Hey everyone, I think I'm live now. How are you guys? It's Rob with Passport to the Parks, and it is a very, very special day today. I'm standing in the blazing sun here at Hollywood Studios for the 1 year, can you believe it? It's 1 year anniversary of the Disney Skyliner. My most favorite thing to do, the Disney Skyliner that I followed for 2 years watching it being made, and then now it's been running for a year. It's absolutely insane to think about. But literally it's been a year. Today is the 1 year anniversary, the 29th of September in 2019. We all met here. I had a big group that met here. We did a cool meet and greet. We all rode the Disney Skyliner. It was so much fun, amazing ride. And now just coming back to pay a little tribute. It's been a beautiful year. It's been a lot of fun. Unfortunately, there was a lot of crazy stuff happening this year, so we didn't get to enjoy it every single month, but it is running now. We are here and we're gonna have a good time. Like I said, I'm standing in the blazing sun here, so I'm gonna pick the camera up here, try to walk over to the Skyliner. I'm sweating a little bit. You can see I'm sporting my my actual haircut. I haven't got my haircut until before this all started, like back in February, I think was like the last haircut I got, and my hair was just crazy. It was so long and it was hot and it was just miserable, and I finally got a haircut. So no hat today, and I'm paying for that because the sun is beating down on my head. But back to normal, feeling a little back to normal. It just feels good to get all that hair off and just go do what I love doing, and that's riding the Disney Skyliner. So let me turn you guys around here. It's a little sunny out, so it's kind of hard to see the comments. Once we get inside, we'll talk a little bit and I'll read some comments and see what's going on. But there it is. Can you believe this? I remember standing right here last year waiting for everybody to show up. Awesome group of people that showed up to ride the Disney Skyliner with me, and so many other people were here riding it and enjoying it. It's just such a cool, such a fun thing to do, and I just love that Disney did this. And like I said, it's become part of the Disney landscape now. You know, I always talked about how the buses and how the monorail and the boats and everything are just part of Disney, and it's part of what you do. And now you come onto Disney property and the Skyliner is just part of Disney now. It's just nostalgic and people love coming to ride it, and it's so much fun. So there it is, Hollywood Studios. Spent so many days here watching this being constructed and having a lot of fun with that. So let's just go ride it. Of course, they do boarding flights to the Caribbean Beach, Disney's Pop Century, the Art of Animation, the Riviera, and to Epcot. Today, Hollywood Studios is actually running till, well, the operating hours of the Skyliner is till 8:30. I think Hollywood's open till 7. Not 100% sure about that, but I think they are open till 7. All kinds of warnings still. The state of Florida is opening back up. Whether or not that's a good thing or not, that's a personal opinion, but most everything is trying to open back up here. Disney is still playing it safe from what we can see, and they haven't really changed any of their restrictions or done anything, you know, as far as removing masks or sanitizer or anything like that. So that's a positive thing. We're still staying safe. And we'll go up, we'll get our own gondola up here. How beautiful. It looks like they've opened up the rear loading again. These were closed for so long. They hadn't been using the rear passenger load. Looks like they reopened that, so that's pretty cool. Hello, just one. Can I get the clear one? Thanks. Happy anniversary today, by the way. 1 year.
Okay, cabin 286, so launch your
all right.
remain seated or what?
Thank you. All right, number 286, a very cool blue. And we're right behind Clarabelle and Horace Horse Collar. Bye-bye. right, I remember doing this for the first time and how nervous I was because I'm so afraid of heights. And I was so nervous to ride this. For 2 years I watched this being built. And every time I would come out here, I would think, oh, someday I'm going to actually have to ride this. And it's not today, so it's cool. And then that time started coming closer and closer and closer until that very first ride, and I was so nervous to do it.
We are on our way to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort with connecting flights to Epcot International Gateway, Disney's Pop Century Resort, and Disney's Art of Animation Resort.
But yeah, then, okay, they're not done talking yet.
Now wave goodbye to your adoring fans below. Bye.
Goodbye. Not many people down there today. But that's all right. I love having the cabin all to myself. But yeah, that first initial time that it took off, I was so nervous, and it just started climbing a little bit. And then as soon as I got up here, it was so still and so peaceful and so smooth. And it felt so good in here. It's like, oh, this was just such an amazing experience. Such a beautiful ride. And literally been doing it for a year since. And every time I get the chance to come out here and ride the Skyliner, I do it. You know, it's just something you overcome that, you know, that little bit of fear of heights. I still have it. There's a lot of crazy stuff I still won't do. But the Skyliner is not one of them. I'll ride this all the time. I love it.
Wetlands around Walt Disney World Resort travels all the way to the Everglades, the Atlantic Ocean, and the Gulf of Mexico.
All right, a lot of people coming on here. Fitzhugh Bob. Look forward to seeing me live again. That is awesome. Tyler, welcome, welcome. Colin, welcome. Danielle, great to have you here. George S., great to have you here. John Ettinger, finally the Gondola Godfather is back. Beyond excited. I love it. Colin, I always wanted to ride that. Well, you get to ride it today. Virtually, but at least you get to ride it with me today. Feeling a little bouncy today. A little bouncier than normal. Sometimes you get a little bit of a bounce and a little bit of rumbling when you go over the sheaves, especially on the higher parts. But yeah, now that we're up here, it's a little smoother. So, hey, Mr. Cruise Fever, great to have you here. Dennis George, can't believe the Skyliner is a year old. I know. Can you seriously believe this? It is amazing. It's a different picture than it was a year ago. I'll tell you that. We're in the mask. Never thought that things would be the way they are today. Riding this a year ago.
Welcome to
you know, we were riding with people. This was a full cabin before. Now it's just me in here today.
Passengers must disembark.
Look at that hair. There's no more hair left.
Transfers and
Isn't that
return
crazy?
service are available. Thank you for flying with us.
All right, coming up on the Caribbean Beach. Hey, Chad C., welcome. Jim Mathers, hey, Rob. Wow, a year already. We were there on opening day and took the Skyliner from Caribbean Beach to Hollywood Studios. It was great.
Until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and watch
Lisa
your
Warden, hey,
step.
Rob, we were there on opening day. Can't believe it's been a year. I know so many people were here on opening day. That's so awesome that you guys can come back now and ride it with me a year later. It's just so incredible to think that it's been a year.
Cuide sus pequeñitos, reúna sus pertenencias y salga con cuidado. Gracias.
Hey, Josh Harris, thank you so much. $5 super chat from Josh. Congratulations, Rob. Can't believe it's been a year since it opened. Our family loved riding the Skyliner last November. Josh, awesome that you had an awesome ride on the Skyliner. Thank you so much for the super chat. Very, very generous. I appreciate that. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the Caribbean Beach Resort. Transfers to the parks and resorts. I love all the signage that they put through the Caribbean Beach Hub here. It's so very nostalgic. A lot of cool stuff. So we'll hang out here for a minute. It is not busy by any means. Tuesday on a very limited park basis, so not a whole lot of people riding the Skyliner right now. You know, I wonder if a lot of people actually realize that it's been a year since they've been running. You know, it's not something that you really think about. Maybe it's just the crazy people like me that keep track of this kind of stuff. Hey, Modeling Disney, awesome to have you here, my friend. Andy Riz, you're a rock star. Lisa Zapiak, hopefully I said that. Good afternoon. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Caribbean beach. So much time spent over on that shoreline over there, watching this all being built. And now we finally get to stand here. I've been standing here for a long time now, for a year. Of course, that's the run that goes over to Pop Century and Art of Animation. We'll do that as well. I think we'll do Epcot next. That's a nice long run. Still looks pretty outside. I don't know if there's going to be any weather coming in, so we'll try to get the long runs out of the way here. Got a few clouds over here, but it doesn't look like anything that'll prevent us from having our fun today. Hey Kevin, how far is the walk from the gondola station to the main part of Caribbean Beach? Well, if you're talking about the main part like Old Port Royale, it probably takes me, and I'm a slow walker, maybe 10 minutes. It's not that bad of a walk at all. In fact, this is Jamaica right here. This is Jamaica, and this is Trinidad over here. So you can pretty much just cut right through Jamaica, or you can go over the bridge and cut through Martinique there. And literally it's like a 10-minute walk. It's really not that bad. And it's so pretty here at Caribbean Beach. But the good thing is you also have access over to the Riviera. So that's the first stop that we'll do on the Epcot run. So you kind of have a choice. You know, if you're staying down, sorry, it's been so long since I've been here. It's been a while since I've done this. If you're staying on the other side, you have access over to the Riviera side over there. I just totally had a brain fart there. I'm sorry. Hey, Awesome with Autism show. Oh my God, I stood in that spot for Illumina Conquina. I'm probably butchered that. I'm sorry, channel. Just to stand where the world famous gondola Godfather stood. Well, I do hope everybody gets to enjoy this spot, but I'm glad you got to stand here too. The Toffee Flight Latte. Caramel coffee, dark chocolate topped with toffee crumbles, and a cloud of whipped cream. That's pretty cool. I'd like to have that sign, actually. Still so beautiful in here. Just looks like all cast members today. Not a whole lot of people at all. Hello. Thank you. Hello, how are you? Just one.
Alright. Put it right there for me.
Okay. Happy anniversary.
Right? Go ahead and have your second.
All right, thank you.
Please remain seated during your whole flight. I like your t-shirt, by the way.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Just the two of you. Yes, you pass through the Riviera and then you fly out the... Go ahead and watch yourself in the night yellow cabin.
Haunted Mansion and Peter Pan gondolas over there. Some of my favorites, and Princess and the Frog, love them.
Have a great day, you guys.
I love looking at the covered gondolas, but I don't like riding in them because you can't see very well out of them. Bowden, yes, I got the green one. It sounds like we're slowing down already. Not even gonna make it out of the station yet. You can see the giant bull wheel. This is cool that we're stopping here. We're getting a nice shot of this. This is actually what drives the whole gondola system. Drives that haul rope around. It's kind of like Kind of like if you were to take 2 rubber bands between your fingers and stretch them out, and then pull the rubber band around your fingers. That's basically what this does. And that bull wheel, you'll see it speed up here as we start to move out of the station. And right now, you guys have heard me talk about this all the time, but if you're new and you haven't seen this before, basically the rope is kind of going over our heads, and there's some wheels pulling us through the station right now. And those wheels are gonna pull us up to speed until eventually we leave the station and the grip on top of the gondola grabs onto that haul rope and it pulls us out. So we're kind of holding on tight right now to that haul rope, and the haul rope is dragging us around. So there's no moving parts or anything on the gondolas. It's all powered by this haul rope, and it's all powered by that haul wheel back there spinning it around.
You are on the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. We're flying to Disney's Riviera
I still love
Resort
talking about it. I talked about it for so many years, how this
with
works.
Epcot.
I still love it.
Hold on to your straw hats. We are about to enter the heart of the Caribbean.
This is such a beautiful view up here. What a gorgeous day for it too. Perfect anniversary day.
We are now sailing over Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, home to a collection of tropical villages inspired by the colorful architecture and lifestyle of the Caribbean islands.
Look at Epcot. I love that. You can really see that Guardians building from up here, but actually when you're in the park, it does blend in pretty well to the sky.
In just a minute, we will be arriving at Disney's Riviera Resort, a Disney Vacation Club resort that celebrates the relaxing seaports and romantic vistas of Europe's Mediterranean
Hey Rob,
coast.
yo to you as well. Sorry if I'm not talking to everybody here. Hey Orange Bullet, great to see you here. Great view from the Skyliner, absolutely. You can't go wrong with your views from the Skyliner, no matter where you're at.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Disney's Riviera Resort.
Johan, this was only a month
If
old
this
when you
is
got
your
to ride it
final
for the first time.
destination, please prepare to disembark.
Now it's a
If you
year.
are traveling to Epcot today, please remain seated.
We'll definitely have to make this an annual thing. On every anniversary, we'll have to come take our rides together.
Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise
Hopefully,
children, collect your belongings,
maybe we'll get to follow
and
some
watch
new
your step.
construction.
Thank you for flying with us. Por favor, permanezcan sentados hasta que
I don't know how much they're going to do during all this crisis here, but
Al salir de la cabina, por
maybe
favor,
someday soon we'll get some new Skyliner stuff.
salga
Hello.
conectado. Gracias por volar con nosotros.
Thank you, Danielle. Danielle Morales, thank you. Jay Woody, wonderful, thanks. Gail Gallagher, hey, from Long Island. Of course, we're just going through the Riviera. This is just a pass-through. You are able to disembark here if you want to get off and go to the Riviera. Or you can just continue on and go all the way through to Epcot. This was such a topic of conversation, I remember when this was being built, on whether or not you'd have to disembark here and how this was going to work inside the station, and pretty much determined that it was going to be a pass-through. It's a very, very unique situation here with the pass-through gondolas. Rob, happy anniversary to you and the Skyliner. Yes, yes, yes. Orange Bullet, let's get Rob to 100 likes. Yes, please, let's do that. I love it. Hello. Mr. Cruise Fever, yeah, I'm waiting for some cooler weather too. It's cooled down a little bit. It's not as harsh as it was during the summer. But it's still pretty warm. I mean, it's still pretty warm today. The sun's shining. Yeah, I'm waiting for November, December, January, when we start getting into cooler nights, you know, down in the 50s and 40s at night.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Riviera Resort. If you're just joining us, we are on our way to Epcot.
Hey, Nate O'Shea.
Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to sit back.
Nate
relax,
loves the chime. I
and
wish I can get that as a
enjoy the
ringtone.
most
Yeah, that would be a cool
magical flight
ringtone.
on Earth.
Maybe I have to come in here and record it sometime and put it as a ringtone. That would be kind of cool. Hey, Florida Joey Kahn. It's really officially 1 year since they were shut down due to a park closure. No, thankfully it hasn't been a year. It was March, I believe the end of March when they actually did the official shutdown. It's been a year for the Skyliner.
We are now traveling along Buena
Hey,
Vista
Aaron Bricker.
Drive. This roadway and the city of Lake Buena Vista were established in 1969 when Walt Disney World Resort was first being developed. They are both named after Buena Vista Street in Burbank, California, where the Walt Disney Company headquarters are still located today.
That's right, Buena Vista Street goes all the way from the east end to the west end of Disney property. It's a very highly traveled road. This and World Drive are pretty much the two main drags. Osceola Parkway, Epcot Center Drive. John going to be here in 423 days. That might be just long enough for us to get back to normal here, so. Tyler, you had the toffee flight last year, the drink back there, and you definitely order it again. Hey, Leanne.
Pack your passports.
Hey, JB,
We are on our way
1214
to
Smith.
Epcot International Gateway. When we arrive, remember to use your My Disney Experience mobile app or visit a FastPass Plus kiosk to review your worldly itinerary for the day.
JB, can you park your car for free at the Caribbean and ride the Skyliner to Epcot or Hollywood? Parking, if you stay there and you want to park your vehicle overnight, I believe there's a fee for it. You need reservations to park there if you're going to have dinner reservations. It's not recommended that you just go park there and go to the parks all day. That's definitely not something that's recommended to do. Park in the parking lot. You know, if you're going to Epcot, use the Epcot parking lot. If you're going to Caribbean Beach to have some dinner and, you know, you shoot the Skyliner over to World Showcase for a minute and come back, you know, as long as you have business there and you're doing something, you're staying there, then that's when you should, you know, use the resort parking lot. But just don't use it as
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments,
as a parking lot to go to the
we will be
parks.
taking a scenic spin around the Skyliner turn station. Please remain seated. This station was designed for turning only.
Modeling Disney, you're coming here now? Get the weather straightened up for me. I'll be there in 30 hours. Is that for real? Are you really coming here? Hey, Lori Jean Carlson. Hello, Patrick Bollmeyer. Welcome. Oh, a little bouncy. Will you be going to a park today? I have reservations to go to Hollywood Studios. Not sure if I'll go. I really just kind of want to live stream and dedicate today to the Skyliner. We'll kind of see how it goes. We'll see what kind of time we got and how much we're doing with the Skyliner here. Hey, Lisa Zapiek, Andy Riz, you're a rock star. Hopefully I'm getting back to everybody's comments here. If I didn't say hello to you, I do apologize. Yeah, the new Cove Tower. You see it being built over the Swan and Dolphin. Sorry, a little bumpy with my camera as we go over the sheave there, but
Coming in
yeah, that's
the
really
view
coming along.
is Disney's Boardwalk Inn and Disney's Boardwalk Villas. From elegant dining and magical lounges to lively entertainment just off the shores of Crescent Lake, this charming seaside resort relives the golden era of Atlantic beach towns and turn-of-the-century amusement parks.
So this is nice. Now that they've reopened the special needs rear loading area for the Skyliner, you know how there's the forward loading area and then the rear loading area for scooters and wheelchairs and things like that. Notice that there really hasn't been any starting and stopping on the line now. When those were closed, there was a lot more frequent stopping on the line because they were slowing it down and stopping to load people with any kind of special needs in the gondolas. So that's really great that they've reopened them. A nice smooth ride with no stops all the way over here.
Waiting to greet you in their native language, helping make your visit to Epcot a truly international exchange.
Modeling Disney. Yeah, you'll have to let me know what your schedule is and how long you're going to be here. I'm actually going to Tennessee at the end of the week, but I have a day or two before I'm leaving, and I'm not sure how long you're going to be here for. Yeah, that'd be awesome if we can meet up.
We are now arriving at Epcot. This concludes your journey aboard the Disney Skyliner.
That crazy guy, the Cove has been renamed to the Swan Reserve. I didn't know that.
Return service is available. Thank you. We hope you enjoyed the most magical flight on Earth.
Still doing a little bit of work on Ratatouille. Yeah, the last I knew they were calling it the Cove, but they're calling it the Swan Reserve, okay?
Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings,
What a really gorgeous
and watch
day
your
today.
step. Thank you for flying with us. Por favor, permanezcan sentados hasta que las puertas se abran automáticamente. Al salir de la cabina, por favor,
All right,
cuide
this is our
sus
stop.
elementos, reúna sus pertenencias y salga con cuidado. Gracias por volar con nosotros.
Hello, thank you.
Have a great day.
Yeah, so this is what I mean, the rear loading area back here. Hello, how are you? Good. Happy anniversary today. Yep, 1 year. All right, we'll head on out here. Take a look at the station real quick, and then we'll jump back on board. Look at that. That is still just as beautiful as it was on day one. Johan, that's the station I was supposed to ride from, but it was closed on my last day of the park. Well, that's a bummer. This is such a beautiful station here, too. I like the cool Epcot sort of borders that they have here. This is kind of neat. We're not going to film too much over here. There's a lot of security and the temperature checks and all that go on, so I don't want to get any of that on camera, but we'll take a quick look at the station. Yeah, we used to be able to stand right underneath the gondolas, but now the temperature screenings are right there. So we'll get a little bit of a side view. Just see how beautiful that is. Jay Woody, can't wait for the Ratatouille ride. Me either. Take a quick look at it over here. It is really coming along. And it looks like it's always been here too. They really just sort of matched the facade over here. It's really a cool extension of just, you know, walking behind the Eiffel Tower and then going up to De Gusto's there and going inside, and hopefully they're going to open this by the end of the year. There's really no official date yet, but that would be a lot of fun to be able to ride it in the next couple months. They were definitely still doing some work on it when we rode by. We'll see it again on the way back. Hopefully the sun's going behind the clouds here a little bit. It's really beaten down, and I did not wear my hat again today, so I always wear a hat, but I didn't, so I could show off my my awesome hair, my awesome beautiful haircut. If you're just joining, I haven't gotten a haircut since before March, and my hair was just crazy. It was long and it was out of control and it was hot, and now I got this got it all cut. It's a little sweaty now, but it is what it is. Johan, I had breakfast over at the boardwalk, and I was on my way to Epcot. We saw the station was closed, but I got to ride on my Hollywood Studios day. Sorry, that sun just came out from behind the clouds again. All right, we're gonna jump back on. So this basically comes from the boardwalk resorts. You have the Swan and Dolphin, the Yacht and the Beach Club, the boardwalk, and you can walk all the way over to Hollywood Studios. Now they did have the walkway closed down for a while because the NBA was staying, I believe, in the Beach Club. So they had some of the walkway closed down. I'm not sure if it's reopened or not, but that NBA bubble sort of took over a little bit over there. They got that closed down. The Coronado Springs is closed down. It'll be nice to go back to Coronado Springs once the NBA is over and they get that reopened. I really miss Coronado Springs. Such a beautiful resort, and I really love the people that are at Coronado as well. Just letting the Skyliner speak for itself. Sometimes you don't even need to talk. You can just let the picture itself do the talking. See, they're doing the rear loading. You can see the little Mickey head on the door there. Hello. That's to symbolize that that's a gondola marked for wheelchairs. There's a little Mickey head right on the door. So that lets them know that you can put a wheelchair in there. They have the little wheel chocks and everything for the scooters and everything. Hello. Good, how are you? Thank you. Happy anniversary today.
Thank you.
1 year old. Can I wait for an uncovered gondola? Do you mind?
Yeah.
You mind?
If you want, just wait over here.
All right, thanks. I know, it's crazy. Yeah. Have you been here the whole year?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, that looks like us. Nice yellow one.
Alrighty.
All right.
Watch your step, please.
Thank you.
Get on your flight. Have a great day. Watch your step.
Cast members are always so nice. A lot of fun talking to them. I'm sure not a whole lot of people are wishing them a happy anniversary today, but bye-bye, thank you.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Epcot International Gateway. We're flying to Disney's Riviera Resort with a final stop at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. We hope you enjoyed your visit to Epcot.
That looks like
and
a crepe
World
restaurant.
Showcase.
Look, I think it's a
Did
Le
you like how
Crêperie de
Space
Paris
Marine
or something.
is
My
today?
French is not accurate at all, but I believe that's the crepe restaurant right below us. Looks like they're just doing some facade work down there, so hopefully all the interior stuff is done.
Soon we'll be flying past Disney's Boardwalk Inn and Disney's Boardwalk Villas. This charming lakeside resort offers magical lounges, enchanting restaurants, and live entertainment on the boardwalk every evening.
Rob, and here we go, yes. Up into the air. It's cool to ride the Peter Pan one. Kind of like off the Neverland thing. Resort budgeting, a few times that I've been since the meet and greet. I rode the Skyliner more than any other transportation system. Can't wait for phase 2 and phase 3. There you go, there you have it. The Skyliner is becoming probably more popular than the buses and the monorail. For real, just because, you know, it connects two huge parks, and Hollywood Studios is really the busiest park right now because everybody wants to ride Rise of the Resistance. So the Skyliner is very popular, and it connects Caribbean Beach, Art of Animation, Pop Century World, which are some of the biggest resorts on property. So absolutely, the Skyliner has become very, very popular.
We are now approaching the Skyliner turn station. While this special station was designed just for turning, other Skyliner stations were designed to complement their unique environments. From the glamour of Disney's Hollywood Studios to the laid-back islands of Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort.
Johan, I don't believe they've started the live entertainment at the resorts as of yet. I could be wrong about that. They're starting to lift some restrictions and things, so they might be gradually starting to change things. Orange Bowl, it's always great to see the backside of Disney, you know, the real world behind the facade. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. The Skyliner gives you some glimpses into, you know, some of the backstage stuff, and you know, kind of makes it fun seeing, you know, how some of the things actually operate, you know, behind some of the buildings and some of the walls. And for me, I don't think it takes away from the magic. I mean, still inside the parks, it's just such a beautiful experience, and it just whisks you away into, you know, the Disney magic. But it's cool to see. You know, you see behind Epcot here. You know, you kind of see coming into Hollywood Studios, you see a higher view. The resorts, sometimes you see behind the buildings and stuff like that. It's just a lot of fun.
We hope you are enjoying your journey on the most magical flight on Earth. We are now traveling along Buena Vista Drive.
And again, Disney is smart. It's not like they're letting you see something that they don't want you to see. They're very aware of, you know, the views that you can see from up here. So, you know, nothing too crazy or out of the ordinary that they really wouldn't want you to see. Get a lot of cool bus shots from Buena Vista Drive down here when the buses go by. I remember seeing a Dumbo bus down below me, down in Buena Vista, and thought to myself, well, Dumbo is on the side of a bus that's on the ground, and they don't have a Dumbo gondola, which is kind of surprising. I think Dumbo would make a great gondola with him flying and everything, his big ears on the sides and stuff. I think it would be really cool. But they got him on a bus, so I got a picture from the Skyliner of Dumbo on the ground as sort of an opposite sort of thing. It's pretty cool. Hey, Keith Baker. Hey, Rob, hoping your family are keeping well.
In just a few
Good to
moments,
catch you live. We are very well. Thank you so much for asking.
Riviera Resort, a Disney Vacation Club resort. As one of the most picturesque vacation destinations in the world, the European Riviera has fascinated and inspired many great artists over the centuries, including Walt Disney himself.
Leo wants to save Splash Mountain. He votes for saving Splash Mountain. Resort budgeting, still seeing a few negative comments about the Skyliner. If I can comment, I always try to give positive feedback. I understand if some are still not ready to ride, and that's okay. I mean, everybody has their opinions. I don't have extremely positive comments about them building Guardians of the Galaxy, but it's just my own personal opinion. you know, take it or leave it. The Skyliner is what it is. From experience, riding the Skyliner is an amazing experience. It's very cool in here. It feels good. It's smooth. It's not scary up here at all. If there's any issues with heights or anything like that, or just being safe, I mean, you can just put those all out of your mind, because it's a very, very safe mode of transportation. It's so peaceful. It's so quiet up here. It's so cool inside the cabin with the breeze coming through.
Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and watch your step. Thank you for flying with us.
Por favor, permanezcan sentados hasta que las puertas se abran automáticamente. Al salir de la cabina, por favor, cuide a sus pequeñitos, reúna sus pertenencias y salga con cuidado. Gracias por volar con nosotros.
Sometimes the announcements make it pretty difficult to talk and to live stream from the gondolas, but that would be my only drawback. I love the announcements. I think they got great voices for them, but yeah, without negative comments, it wouldn't be the internet. So how fun would that be if everybody was just positive about everything? Got to have some negativity in the world in order to make things, you know, better. I think if you have negative, then making things positive is just that much better. I don't know if that came out right. That sounded kind of stupid when I said it, but hello.
Love the shirt.
Thank you. Happy anniversary. Tyler, thank you so much, my friend. $69.99 from Tyler. Happy Skyliner 1 year gondola godfather. Thanks so much for your awesome coverage. You are very welcome. Thank you so much, Tyler. That is very, very generous of you. Thank you very, very much. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad you enjoyed it for the last year. Many more years to come for sure. Yeah, everybody thanking Tyler. That is awesome. Definitely thanks to Tyler. That was very generous. You know, I don't ask for those things, and if you guys do that kind of stuff, it's very, very nice, and I do appreciate it. And it does help. It does go a long way. Trust me. But I just enjoy doing this. You guys know that. Lisa, yes, well, Tyler, that is very sweet of you. Orange Bullet, Rob seriously seems like a genuine person. Get those likes past 100. Yes, that would be awesome. Thank you so much, Orange Bullet. Yeah, the likes definitely help the videos for sure. It gets the word out there, gets more people watching. Thank you. You know, lets the YouTube community out there know that the video's liked and that other people want to see it, and that really helps. And I love having people here, and I love sharing experiences and new people that come on and, you know, get to experience, you know, my live streams or things that I like to talk about. It's always just a lot of fun to me. That really means a lot. And then when people keep coming back, you know, to make good friends and to have awesome conversations with you all on here is very, very cool to me.
Disney's Hollywood Studios, Disney's
You can see where we came from there. You can see
Disney's Art of Animation
the
Resort.
line going down Buena Vista Drive.
Say bon voyage to the Mediterranean. We are about to go island hopping at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort.
It's funny when we go past some of the gondolas, you can hear people having their conversations in the other gondolas. Sometimes people are singing, sometimes they're screaming, sometimes they're just talking.
Every day feels like a Junkanoo celebration.
That is actually the Bonnet Creek Resort over there, those buildings. Not owned by Disney, but it's on Disney property.
Welcome to the islands of Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. All passengers must disembark at this station. Transfers and return
Fish
service
Well Bob, we
are
stayed at
available.
Caribbean Beach last November and had a wonderful
Thank you,
experience.
and
We rode the
hope you
Skyliner
enjoy
every day.
The most magical flight on Earth.
Colin, we'll jump off here and we'll go over to Pop Century Art of Animation. We haven't done that one yet. Definitely one of my favorites, going over Hourglass Lake. Some of the prettiest views. I think of watching the sky. I think the prettiest view is definitely above Caribbean Beach here when you're riding the Skyliner. But if you're watching the Skyliner from the ground, watching it over Hourglass Lake is beautiful.
Until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and watch your steps. Thank you for flying with us. Por favor, permanezcan sentados.
Hey Jared, good afternoon to you as well. Things have been pretty good actually. Thank you for being here.
Al salir de la cabina, por favor, cuide sus pequeñitos. Reúna sus pertenencias y salga
Hello.
caminando.
Thank you. Hello. All right, I'm going to put you guys around my neck for a second so I can get some sanitizer. Haven't done that, so could definitely use some. Hey Nana Barb, happy anniversary to you, Rob. I remember your first ride and how excited we all were. Thank you for sharing the journey with us. You are very, very welcome. Beautiful first anniversary for the Skyliner. Hello, how are you?
How are you?
Good. Happy anniversary today.
Oh, thank you.
Johan, I wonder if the announcement lady gets paid per announcement. So she's pretty darn rich by now. That would be a pretty sweet deal for sure, but probably just a voiceover. She probably does all kinds of announcements all over. Probably hear her voice many different times. Just don't realize it. All right, let's do it. Hello.
Please remain seated. Supervise children and their
How are you?
I'm doing great, and you?
Good.
Alright.
Can I get the uncovered one?
Oh, sure.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Happy 1 year anniversary today.
You did it. Walt just have to be coming to the right.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye, thank you. See, Robert Gavin, is Disney going to build a phase 2 of the Skyliner? There is nothing official that's been announced yet, but I would definitely imagine that they would have to expand the Skyliner. I mean, it's really becoming popular. It's really an amazing mode of transportation. It's very efficient, a lot easier than a monorail to put on property for sure, a lot less expensive.
Welcome aboard the Disney
Johan, I know you were
Skyliner
joking. It's
at
just,
Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort.
It would be pretty awesome if she did get paid, though.
To travel back in time and enter the animated worlds of Disney. We are on our way to Disney's Pop Century Resort and Disney's Art of Animation Resort.
I always say this is a great first time riding experience. If you're nervous about heights like I am, and you get the opportunity to ride for the first time, try to make this run because it's very low. You know, it doesn't have that high tower climb like Caribbean Beach does. or even Hollywood Studios. My first ride was out of Hollywood Studios, and it was fine. I mean, I was very nervous, but it's just so beautiful up here. It's so peaceful, but you can see how low to the ground these actually stay. So if you're really nervous about it, try to get the opportunity to ride this one first and get the feel for it.
Just ahead and to the right is Disney's Art and Animation Resort, a larger-than-life resort that celebrates the creative magic that goes into crafting Disney animated films, from sketches to reality. On your left is Disney's Pop Century Resort.
Got a little breeze coming here. You can see
that celebrates the way
I don't know if you can see there or not. We're swaying a little bit.
Throughout the 20th century.
I don't know if you can tell or not by the... Just a little bit of a sway in the gondola. It's pretty cool. It's very smooth. And you barely tell it's happening. You can see it happening, but you can't feel it. It's not like you feel yourself going back and forth.
We are now gliding over the sparkling waters of Hourglass Lake. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth.
I remember before they opened, this was the spot that I heard that announcement for the first time, that they were gliding over Hourglass Lake, and that you can actually hear that they had announcements on board. So that was a lot of fun too. Just all the little firsts, seeing the lights for the first time inside, hearing the announcements for the first time.
We are now arriving at Disney's Pop Century Resort and Disney's Art of Animation Resort. This concludes your journey. All passengers must disembark at this station. Return service is available. Thank you for flying with us.
Hey Ranger Craig, my
Bon
last trip to
voyage.
Walt Disney World ended just a couple days before the Skyliner began operation. Saw cast members testing it. Look forward to my first ride. Definitely one of the coolest new features at Disney. I really wish you could have got the chance to ride it for sure.
Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and
That's still a lot of fun coming in here. I remember the first ride as well, when you came flying in so fast. These things come in really fast and they slow down right away. But that was a lot of fun too. Hello. Hello. Happy anniversary. You're welcome. Sorry if there's a little bit of wind noise. It's a little windy out here, and I did not bring my lapel mic today. Figured I'd be inside the gondolas and wouldn't really need it. But here we are on the Generation Gap Bridge, Friendship Bridge, whichever one you want to call it. There is always a lot of back and forth with what to call it here. But just gorgeous, gorgeous views. I believe Robert was asking about a phase 2. Hey, Aline Silva from Brazil. That is awesome. Thank you for being here from Brazil. I hope you're enjoying the stream. But again, I do apologize for a little bit of wind noise if you hear that. But I believe Robert was asking about a phase 2. And I've said it before, I think a phase 2 would be perfect starting from right here. So you already have the existing Skyliner coming from Caribbean Beach, hooking up to Epcot, hooking up to Hollywood Studios. So imagine if they were to take a station just like this and put it right here on the opposite side. So you have another station, you can come right off here. Say you're coming from Epcot. We just did all the way from Epcot to right here. So we get off, and maybe we want to go to the Animal Kingdom. So we could get on another gondola right here on a station. So the station's right here. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought again. So leave here, go over Hourglass Lake, and you can make a right-hand turn, and that's Osceola Parkway out there. And you would go right down past Hollywood Studios, all the way down through Blizzard Beaches down there, the All-Star Resorts, and right into the Animal Kingdom. So I think they could build a nice little central hub right at the All-Stars. You can hook up the All-Stars, Blizzard Beach. You can actually run a line up to Coronado Springs at that point, and over to the Animal Kingdom as well. So I think it would be a perfect phase 2 link up right here. That way you're linking up all 3 parks. 3 parks would be linked together except for the Magic Kingdom. So I think that would just be a beautiful idea. So you could probably get from the Animal Kingdom over to Epcot. It'd probably take, travel-wise, I probably would say, let's see, it's about 15 minutes to get from Caribbean to Epcot. You'd probably be looking about 35 minutes or so to get from the Animal Kingdom over to Epcot. I would assume 35-40 minutes, which I don't think is a bad deal. And it's a beautiful ride. So yeah, I think it would just be perfect to have another station right here. So you just get off, cross the bridge, jump on the station, and boom, you're over at the Animal Kingdom. Let's go over on the side here real quick. We'll get a nice pretty view. I always love this view during construction. Of course, there was walls that were built here, so our view was a little further over. But now, like I said, if you're actually riding the Skyliner, the Caribbean Beach, I think, has the best views. But if you're just looking at the Skyliner, like from right here, I mean, that is just gorgeous over the water. It's such a perfect view. Modeling Disney, thank you so much. I see your $2.99 super chat. I'm trying to find the message here. I apologize. Sometimes I lose it in the mix here. So you really enjoyed your stay at Art of Animation. There it is, $2.99 from Modeling Disney. Thank you so much. Awesome, awesome, awesome job. And again, thank you, Modeling Disney, for making all these amazing shirts here. He's responsible for these very, very cool designs. So go to modelingdisney.com. You can find all his cool stuff. He does really great stuff over there. A lot of blueprint stuff, a lot of Disney stuff, the Haunted Mansion, the castle, all that kind of cool stuff. And then passporttotheparks.com. You can see all the cool stuff, these kind of shirts over there and everything. Much appreciated to you, Modeling Disney, for sure. Hey, Orlando Mike saying he's hanging out at Hollywood Studios today. That's where my reservation is for today. So have a great time at Hollywood Studios. Greg Moore, 40 minutes plus. Yeah, I'm thinking probably about 40 minutes because this is about 3 or 4 minutes. Probably about 4 minutes or so to get from here over to Caribbean Beach. And then it's 15 minutes to get over to Epcot. So you probably add another, depending on where they would do a hub. If you would probably do a hub at the All-Stars. So maybe add another 20 minutes or so onto that journey over from there. So, you know, it'd still be awesome. I just hope they would do it. It just makes sense because you could link up both systems. You know, you don't want to start at another resort and go somewhere else in the Animal Kingdom or whatnot. It would link everything up. It would be perfect. So you would literally have transportation from one end of Disney to the other end. It would be amazing. It's it just makes a lot of sense to me. Imperio Disney, we stayed at the Art of Animation when they started building it. Stayed at the Caribbean Beach last November. Watches all the updates along the way. Skyliner is a special place in my heart. Thanks, Rob. You are very, very welcome. Thank you for watching, joining in all those videos of all the construction for this. That was a lot of fun. Let's see, Karasov Exonar. Hopefully I got that right. 35 minutes travel time is very long, but it would be the upper limit most would take for a park hop. You know, I think it beats a bus. If you want to get on a bus and do it, that's fine. This is more efficient. There's going to be less wait times to get over there. You know, and I'm not saying, you know, you're linking up all these resorts too. You're automatically linking up Pop Century and Art of Animation. You're linking up the Caribbean Beach. You know, maybe it's not necessarily a great park hopping option. Maybe you do want to jump on a bus and go directly over from Animal Kingdom to Epcot or whatnot. But to get from Pop Century over to the Animal Kingdom or Caribbean Beach over to the Animal Kingdom, it just makes a lot of sense. And it gives you a lot of different options. So, you know, from one end to the other, yeah, it's going to be a pretty long journey. But the way everything would link up and the possibilities of getting all over with one mode of transportation is just it's pretty breathtaking to me. So you don't have to learn which bus goes here or which boat goes there. Do I have to switch here and blah, 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 blah. It's very easy. The transfer stations, you're literally right there. You're just getting off one and getting onto another. So we'll see what happens. The sky is the limit. Literally, the sky is the limit. I always say that with the Skyliner. Disney Lori, thank you so much. $19.99 super chat from Disney Lori. Happy 1-year anniversary to the Skyliner. Remember riding a year ago. Just returned from a 5-night stay at the Riviera Resort, and it was great. Thank you for the live stream. Tell the family hello. I certainly will. Thank you, Disney Lori. Glad you loved your stay here, and thank you so much for that that super chat. That is very, very awesome of you. Very much appreciated. Arjan, they need a Skyliner station at your house. That would be awesome. Please, please direct that to one to my house too. Can you imagine just getting on a Skyliner and coming to Disney from your house? Yeah, I think that's the big one. Karasov, the All-Stars definitely, if you're going to expand the All-Stars, I would think would have to be definitely on that list, because it's again another huge resort. A lot of people stay there. It's a value resort. There's only one mode of transportation in and out of that resort, and I think that's what Disney is trying to do. They're trying to hit the resorts that only have the one mode of transportation. So the All-Stars will be on that list, and Coronado Springs will be on that list as well. If Coronado Springs gets a second mode of transportation, they could very well jump up to a higher level, a higher tier, because they're already like an upper level tier over there, but they only have the one mode of transportation, which is the bus. So you link a second mode of transportation there, and suddenly that becomes a very, very highly booked resort, I think, because it's so beautiful there. And the All-Stars making that 2 modes of transportation as well. So I think that's what they want to do. They want to have big, these huge resorts where a lot of people are staying. They want to have 2 options for them to get in and out of instead of just cramming all these buses. So definitely, I think phase 2 is going to have to be the All-Stars and Coronado Springs. Some other people have said, well, take it over to Disney Springs. You can link up, I always blank out over there. The Dixie Landings, I'm calling it Dixie Landing still. French Quarter, all that stuff. But all of those resorts have 2 modes of transportation. They all have the riverboat that goes to Disney Springs, and they also have the buses. So they already have their 2 modes of transportation. So I think, again, the resorts that you're going to see get the Skyliner are going to be the one mode of transportation resorts. So they're not going to concentrate on French Quarter. They're not going to concentrate on Saratoga Springs and those things over there. There's just no need for it, because they have the 2 modes of transportation there. In Disney Springs, eventually probably we'll get it, I would think, in a phase 3. But I would think a phase 3 would come pretty far down the road, and it would be linking up to a 5th park as well, and it would be incorporating Disney Springs. Phase 2, in my opinion, phase 2 would definitely have to be something linking the Animal Kingdom. I think that's next on the list. One mode of transportation into the Animal Kingdom, linking up all these huge resorts there, I think would be a huge benefit. But that's a whole nother video. We're getting off on a tangent here that I didn't plan on getting off on. I just want to enjoy riding this amazing Disney Skyliner today. Follow the Bradley's funds. I don't see them doing the All-Stars, Coronado, and Animal Kingdom, yes. Disney Springs, maybe. Well, hopefully, just listening to my dissertation there about why it would be important to do the All-Stars. And if you look at the logistics, as far as my idea, as far as coming from here, the All-Stars would make a perfect spot for an actual hub. So you would have your line coming in from this hub here, and then you would have a forward-facing line that would come in and heads over to Blizzard Beach, have a pass-through station that would go to Coronado Springs, and then on the opposite side of that hub station, you would go over to the Animal Kingdom. You can also have a rear hub, a rear line coming into that hub that you could do little puddle jumps going from the music, the movies, and the sports. Imagine little puddles that would, the Skyliner puddle jumps that would go to each one of those resorts. Because yeah, I don't want to walk from the movies all the way to the front to get on a Skyliner. But if they had little Skyliner pass-through stations that went in front of all those resorts, I think that would be a really cool option as well. Again, the sky's the limit. You just have to kind of use some imagination. Whatever it is, it'll be something completely different, something we don't even think about. How are you? Hello.
All perfect.
Can I get an uncovered one?
Yep, not this one, but we get one that comes around.
All right, thank you. Oh, that's the one. Do you want me to wait here?
Yeah, you can have
All right, thank you.
And we get the right end. And you are all set. How's this right here? If you have a please watch your step, please enjoy the flight. That's coming inside.
You can see the reflections on the windows of the gondolas going over the lake. Just another really pretty view.
We got a teal one coming around the corner.
Awesome, thank you.
All right.
Happy 1-year anniversary today.
Oh, thank you, thank you. You're all set.
All right.
Please watch your step.
Thank you.
Enjoy the flight. Mine started you. Way back when we folks still wearing hard hats.
All right. Bye-bye. Hey, we got Stitch in front of us. That's cool. You better not make any mischief up there. Follow the Bradley's Fund. It's possible financially be at least 10 years before more Skyliner construction. Yeah, we're in the very beginning of the stream. I kind of mentioned that too. I don't even know if they do plan any future phases here. You're right, everything got pushed so far back because of the COVID stuff. And yeah, if anything, it's going to be a while before we see any kind of major construction like this.
With connecting flights to Disney's Hollywood Studios.
But fingers
and
crossed,
Epcot
we can do it.
International Gateway. We are now gliding over Hourglass Lake. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth.
I mean, think about it. We waited 50 years, well, 48 years, to get the Skyliner here. So another 5 or 10 years for another phase. That would be okay. Plus, we get the adventure of watching it being built. We know it'll take a couple years to build. Awesome with Autism show. What number gondola am I on? Did not keep track of that a year ago. Yeah, I used to keep track of that all the time. And this is actually cabin number 299. So this is a higher cabin. There's about 350 cabins, give or take, total. See, I always used to like keeping the cabin numbers as I'd get on. Lindsay, love you, Rob Pikachu.
Ladies and gentlemen,
My daughter, the big
welcome
Pikachu
to
fan.
Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. This is our final destination.
Orange Bullet, yes, you can open and close these windows yourself.
Return service are available.
See?
Thank you for flying.
They're kind of hard to do, but yeah, you can open them. I wouldn't recommend standing up to do it or anything, but you know, if they are closed and it's stuffy in here, you know, you can reach up over your head and open this up. They're not locked or anything. There's not any guards or anything over them, so they're accessible. And it definitely makes a difference when they're open. The breeze that you get in here feels really good. Now, in the evening, especially in the winter months, it gets really, really cold in here. I remember standing watching the fireworks, I think it was in December or something, on top of the Riviera Resort, and I just froze. I was literally frozen solid standing up there. It was so cold. And then riding the Disney Skyliner after that, it was so cold inside here too. No AC, no heat either. Not a lot of people think about that. It can drop down to like 40 and sometimes 30 degrees here in Florida at night during the winter months. So as much as people complain about the AC, it's really the no heat that can become an issue sometimes when it gets really, really chilly in here. So make sure you bring a coat. Lindsay, pika pika. Hello. Thank you. Hello. Hello. Still not very busy at all here today, which is awesome. So let's see, Follow the Bradley's fun. I really feel like they pronounced the Caribbean wrong. Maybe I pronounce it wrong. I've had this battle many different times about Caribbean versus Caribbean. People would razz me all the time that I say Caribbean Beach. And everybody says, oh, it's Caribbean. It's the Caribbean. If you listen to any of the Disney announcements, if you're on the bus or if you're on the Skyliner, they all say Caribbean. None of them say Caribbean. So it's just the way I've always said Caribbean. I just can't say Caribbean. I don't know. It just doesn't come out right for me. But all of the Disney announcements say Caribbean Beach. None of them say Caribbean. So if you wanna be like Disney and you want to talk like Disney, then they all say Caribbean. Just if you listen in the background, maybe you were commenting on that, and maybe that's what you heard. Lindsay, seen all of my videos. Seen all of your videos and my son's. Lindsay, love you. Thank you so much. See, weather in low 78. I am doing great. Thank you so much for asking. Rob, Animal Kingdom is so far from other venues, tough to reach by Skyliner. Hopefully you heard, the way that I described it there. I've been meaning to make a video, and I actually have all the graphics and stuff doing to illustrate it. But if you look at it, if you look at a map, it makes a whole lot of sense coming from the Art of Animation over there. And linking up to the Animal Kingdom is actually really simple. It's basically just a straight shot down Osceola Parkway, and it literally runs straight through the All Stars. It runs straight through right between the All Stars and Blizzard Beach, and then you could go straight up Buena Vista to Coronado Springs as well. All right, we'll do another route here. I will leave it, we'll take a vote. Which way do you want to go again? Pop Century Art of Animation, Epcot, or Hollywood Studios? We'll get a few comments here and we'll see where people want to go. Michael, do you know what all the different sounds mean in the stations? I just heard a sound, didn't know what that means. There's different sounds as far as when the Skyliner is starting and stopping. There's rings that happen. There's 3 rings that signals a start and a stop. As far as the ping sounds that you hear in the background, I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I think it's to signal the wheelchair gondola coming in. So they're able to switch tracks, so you can bring that gondola back to the rear track. I've never really paid attention to what those dings do, but I know the rings for sure is a start and stop signal. The loud rings, like the fire bell rings that you hear. Let's see. Oh, a ton of Epcots. Okay. I got like 2 Hollywood Studios here and a bunch of Epcots. Okay, we'll go over to Epcot again. It's a very pretty run. That's the one I was kind of thinking of doing. Plus, it gives us an opportunity to be up there for a little bit longer. Hello. Hey, look at that. 058, I think that's me right there. Hello. Hello, how are you? That's perfect for me. All right, thank you. Okay, awesome cast members again. Bill in Connecticut. I just got here, wow, already a year since it's open. Can you believe it? Seriously, it's been a year. There's a nice minibus coming in. But thank you for being here. Enjoy the 1 year anniversary. See where this bus is coming here right now? They actually, well, I'm sorry they didn't come in here, but there's an internal shuttle bus stop over there. So somebody was asking how long it takes to walk from this station like over to Old Port Royale. They actually have the internal bus system that runs and it stops at the
You are on the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. We're flying to Disney's Riviera Resort with continuing flights to Epcot. Hold on to your straw hats. We are about to enter the heart of the Caribbean.
Everybody's saying Hollywood. We'll do Hollywood when we come back. We'll do Hollywood as well.
We are now
But you gotta take advantage of these beautiful views up there. Look at that sky.
Home
Look
to
how
a
gorgeous
collection
that
of
is.
tropical villages inspired by the colorful architecture and lifestyle of the Caribbean islands.
Totally my favorite views up here.
In just a minute, we will be arriving at Disney's Riviera Resort, a Disney Vacation Club resort that celebrates the relaxing seaports and romantic vistas of Europe's Mediterranean coast.
Laura S., the other noise does have to do with the wheelchair gondolas. It signals that the cast member that the gondola is getting ready to leave. That's kind of what I figured. It was something, either it was coming in or it was going out with that secondary load zone.
Welcome to Disney's Riviera Resort. If this is your final destination, please prepare to disembark. If you are traveling to Epcot today, please remain seated.
Hey BDF, welcome. Hey Bill 330, beautiful day, beautiful ride.
Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings,
42nd Street
and
Shuttle,
watch your steps.
welcome, hello.
Thank you for flying with us.
Yeah, even with those little sounds back there, you know, I don't even know everything 100%. I've learned a ton of stuff about this along the way. Yeah, even those little sounds, it's good to learn those things as well. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. Figure we'll jump off on the Riviera here. We haven't disembarked here yet. We still will go over to Epcot, but just wanted to give you guys a quick look at the station from down at this vantage point. That's my favorite thing to do is learn new things. You know, if I learn something during one of these streams, then that's a pretty good day for me, for sure. Looks like they're doing some landscaping over here. Always so beautiful. So many videos done from over here on this side, watching the Riviera station being built. Pretty gorgeous. Hey Felix, gonna be here in 3 weeks. Awesome, hope you have a great time. Nick, I love it when you took over When you look over at the Trinidad from the Skyliner station, we used to sit and watch the Skyliner from the bench on the bridge, especially beautiful at night. Yeah, like I said, I spent so much time on that shoreline over there, over in Trinidad. And Trinidad is actually my favorite part of the Caribbean beach. They have the Spyglass Grill over there and the beautiful views of the Skyliner. So yeah, I know what you're saying. I know those benches. I've sat on those benches many, many times. BDF, I've ridden a city bus with wraps and can see through the wraps. I mean, you can see through them when we're here. In fact, we'll do this. The next one that I do get on, I'll get on a wrap. You can see through it. Like if you're on the gondola, you can see through it, but it's just, you get better views or you get better sights with a camera for sure if you're through the clear, because you can just see that, you can just see sort of the outline. You can see the film, you know, that's pasted over it and everything. So you'll see what I mean. We'll get a covered one. You can definitely see through them. I mean, it's not like you're totally, you know, blinded from it being wrapped. It's just the unwrapped ones, especially when we're live streaming or doing video, or if you're taking pictures or something, definitely the uncovered ones are the way to go. Luckily, we don't have to wait here for any crowds. There's nobody in front of us. Just one. All right, 013, thank you. All right, we're in the covered one. I believe we're in the Monsters Inc. And you can kind of see there's the film that goes around inside here, so it's just kind of darkened. Once we get out, you'll see. Colin, it is definitely not crowded. At least the Skyliner's not. You know, the people that are here, they're in the parks right now. They're trying to enjoy the time they can in the parks. Bye-bye, thanks. Culinary Disney, the wrapped ones kind of give me a headache to look through. Yeah, like I said, you can see, but I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but it's just got that those real fine little sort of pin dots in it. And it's like if you were to, remember back in the 80s when we used to buy that cheap window tint for our cars?
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Riviera Resort. If you're just joining us, we are on our way to Epcot. Ladies and
So it's just
gentlemen,
it's a little
we
darker.
invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth.
See, this is right here. You can see the difference. See, this is the covered part, and that's the clear part. So that's the difference that you're looking at. So it's not bad. I mean, you can definitely ride in them. You can see out. It's just a much better view with the clear glass. Hey, with the governor moving to Stage 3, will Walt Disney World be changing capacity limits anytime soon? They haven't said anything. I think they'd have to resubmit a plan on as far as what they want to do, but I believe it is their choice whether or not they want to do it. Hoping that they'll continue to kind of go the safety route. I mean, Disney's #1 priority, and again, this is just all my opinion. Who knows what they'll do tomorrow? But you know, their #1 priority is always safety. So, you know, I don't think they're going to reopen anytime fast or anytime soon and start cramming people in here again just to have something bad happen. As far as the state opening, that really makes me nervous. I don't think it's a great idea to do. So again, it's just personal opinions. I just hope everyone still remains safe and does the right thing. And for right now, Disney's still playing it safe and taking all the restrictions,
Pass your
and
passports. We are on our way to Epcot.
there's still all kinds of
International
travel
Gateway.
restrictions and all kinds of
When
stuff
you
like
arrive,
that.
Remember to use your My Disney Experience
So I think it would be difficult for them to even get up to full capacity as it is.
to review your worldly itinerary for the day.
Mr. Chiprock's won. You can see my reflection. Yeah, I put, it's kind of hard for me to see, but my DSLR, then I have a mount that the phone goes on the top. So that way I can take pictures, see? Or I can do, HD video and stuff with the DSLR. This gives me a lot more options for doing different things. But thank you for noticing.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I think it's a pretty cool little setup that I got. A lot of people always compliment it.
A scenic spin around the Skyliner turn station. Please remain seated. This station was designed for turning only.
Hey, Tim Williams, sitting in my teleworking office, working and listening and watching you ride the Skyliner. You are welcome. Thank you for being here. Anytime I can take you away from your work, it's my privilege to do that. For sure. Much rather have you think Disney thoughts than any kind of boring old work stuff. Renee, coming in October, was nervous about the crowds. As of right now, like I said, I wouldn't see anything major changing anytime soon. If they do, they may up some of the capacity. Maybe let. They're trying to get people to come to the resorts and things like that, and I don't think there's a whole lot of people, like I said, because there's travel restrictions still. A lot of people from overseas, a lot of the business that Disney does from the UK and other countries and stuff, they really are having a hard time getting here. So we may see some increase, but I can't imagine, and I would be so nervous to have 90,000 people back in the Magic Kingdom again. I personally wouldn't be stepping foot in any of the parks with anything over, 20,000 people. What they're doing now, I think it's like 11 or 12,000.
From elegant dining and magical lounges to lively entertainment just off the shores of Crescent Lake, this charming seaside resort relives the golden era of Atlantic beach towns and turn-of-the-century amusement parks.
But again, the world does what it does around us, and we have to make our own personal opinions and our own personal choices on what we do and things like that. And that's the thing about living in this country. We have the choices that we want to make when we want to make them. So it's a good thing. I'm good with this. I feel safe now. Not a whole lot of people around. Riding in the Skyliner, I'm the only one in here.
Olas, ni haos, and konnichiwas. When you arrive at
Felix, can't believe it's been a year for the gondolas. It's an amazing feeling for sure. It feels like just yesterday we were doing this. Like I said, it's such a difference. This picture now from what it was a year ago with the mask, and my head's a little fuller too, I think, than what it was a year ago.
We are now arriving at Epcot.
It's amazing how much the world has changed
the Disney Skyliner.
over the past
All
year.
passengers must disembark at this
Who would have
station.
thought,
Return service is available. Thank you. We hope you enjoyed the most magical flight on Earth.
Pam, how long does it run after Hollywood Studios closes? It runs an hour and a half after park close.
Please remain seated until the doors automatically open.
Disney Lord, when we visited Epcot Saturday, September 19th, it was very busy and extremely hot. We have a 15-minute line outside to get into Mexico, but always fun. I did see, there has been some days that it has been pretty busy, so as far as it being at full capacity now, I don't even think it is, just because I don't think they're getting the crowds. But like on Labor Day, Labor Day weekend, it was really, really busy. So a lot of people were traveling here. Hello.
Oh, that's
Cool? All right, thanks. I was just going to say happy anniversary, for sure. Thanks, guys. Ah, he beat me to the anniversary thing. Go ahead. Yeah, what I think happens is I think more people were traveling here for like the holiday. So right now it's Tuesday, you know, at the end of September, and I think you're just getting mainly a lot of pass holders that are here. Some people traveling, but you know, you get a holiday when people are off, you get a lot more people that are coming down here. So the crowd levels are just a little bit bigger. But I think as of right now, it's the annual pass holders that are really kind of filling up Disney. All right, so we're going to jump right back on board. We'll head back over. Got some really pretty shots earlier in the stream of Ratatouille over there. If you didn't get a chance to see those, you can always go back and watch the video a little bit later. Plus, I just don't feel like standing out in the sun today. The sun came out from behind those clouds. And I didn't wear my hat today because I was showing off my awesome new haircut. Tell you, it is 150% nicer to not have all that hair on top of my head. Look like a sheepdog. Now back in the 80s, I was rocking the hair. I was a guitar player, I played in bands, had the hair down in the middle of my back. Those were the days, but now it's a completely different story. Get the hair off the top of my head.
For your safety, please remain seated, supervise children, and refrain from smoking in the cabins. Thank you. Para su seguridad, por favor, permanezcan sentados, supervisen a sus niños y absténganse de fumar en la cabina. Gracias.
Hello. Can I wait for the uncovered one? Can I wait for the uncovered one?
Absolutely.
All right, thanks. Even though the Haunted Mansion is cool. Happy anniversary. 1 year. Yeah, I was here on opening day riding it too, so. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Look at that, I passed up the Haunted Mansion gondola. My favorite gondola. Bye-bye. Just so I can get better views.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner.
Gene Wilson,
and
I didn't know you were in a hair band.
Gateway.
Absolutely.
We're flying to Disney's Riviera.
I've been playing guitar all my life.
Final stop at Disney's Caribbean
See,
Beach
Le
Resort.
Crêperie de Paris. This is the crepe restaurant here. They got a sign up down there now.
And World Showcase. Did you learn how to say hello in a different language today?
Konnichiwa. wait for Ratatouille.
Soon we'll be flying past Disney's Boardwalk Inn and Disney's Boardwalk Villas. This charming lakeside resort offers magical lounges, enchanting restaurants, and live entertainment on the boardwalk every evening.
Yeah, I was definitely in bands growing up. My very first band was called Felix when I was in high school. It was me and a few of my friends jamming in the garage. Then I kind of moved up to Sinister Jane, was another one of my awesome 80s bands. And I was also in Monster Nation, was another band I was in. Those aren't some awesome 80s names, I don't know what are. Sinister Jane was, I went to Catholic school, and the principal of my school, back when they had nuns as the principals and teachers in the schools, the principal, she was just a very, very, very mean person. You hear the stories about mean nuns. She was the epitome of the mean nun, and her name was Sister Jane. And she was very old and very just not nice. And she would actually swear at us. This nun would pull us all into a room and yell and swear at us kids. So I named my band after her, and on her Sister Jane, I called it Sinister Jane.
From the glamour of Disney's Hollywood studios to the laid-back islands of Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort.
And then I was in a little band called Motley Crue, but they went on and did bigger, better things. I'm just kidding. How cool would it have been to be in Motley Crue? Sorry, going on about my 80s hairband days. Bill in Connecticut, does it get hot in the gondola? It is not hot in here. It is not air conditioned. I'm not gonna lie, it's not like walking into, a store in Disney and having the air conditioning blow on you. But these vents up here really make a huge difference. I mean, right now the breeze is blowing in here and it feels just perfect. There's a lot of airflow through here. The temperature is a lot cooler than it is outside. The reflection of the gondola kind of reflects the sun off of it and everything. So it is not uncomfortable in here at all. I was saying earlier in the stream about during the winter, it's actually not so much the heat, but it's the cold nights that you get here. It gets really, really cold because you're up in the air, and it's a lot colder when you're up in the air.
We are now traveling along Buena Vista Drive.
So, when it drops down to 30, 40 degrees in Florida and you're up in the air here, it gets really, really cold. But I love it. I'm from Ohio, so I can take it. Danielle, 737 days to go. I need to pop off and deal with bedtime. Hopefully catch you again. Thank you for being here, Danielle. Have a great sleep. And see you in 736 days now if you go to sleep. E.F. Dokken. Now you're talking George Lynch, Don Dokken, Jeff Pilson. All them good guys. Dokken was a sweet man. Yeah, George Lynch, definitely one of my guitar heroes. Modeling Disney, yes, you picked a great time to come. I think you're going to have a great time here. I mean, weather-wise, it's been good. You might get a little rain here and there, but for the most part, you're going to get 80 degrees. It's going to drop down into the 70s at night. Just beautiful days. Crowd levels are going to be fine. You're going to be getting onto rides real quick. And just do your thing. Wear your mask, sanitize, stay safe, and you're going to have a great time here, I promise you.
In just a few moments, we will be arriving at Disney's Riviera Resort.
And you're going to ride the Skyliner! Woohoo!
As one of the most picturesque vacation destinations in the world, the European Riviera has fascinated and inspired many great artists over the centuries, including Walt Disney himself.
Pam, awesome, you're from Ohio. Laura, another friend of mine from Laura. I went to school with Laura right below you're there, Laura Hamby. Went to school with Laura for many years. She can attest to the nuns being super mean. There you go. She went to the same school, so she knows. Modeling Disney, yes, this is the longest stretch. So if you stay on and you don't disembark at the Riviera, this is a 15-minute ride all the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
over to
Disney's Riviera Resort.
Caribbean Beach.
If this is your final destination,
Please prepare to disembark. If you are traveling to another destination today, please remain seated. Thank you.
Cheetah going to be here in 3 days at the new JW Marriott. Very cool. Have an amazing stay there.
Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children.
BDF, have a great
collect
day.
your belongings,
Thank you for being here,
and
my
watch
friend.
your step. Thank you
Pam
for flying.
Wistrom. Sorry, I'm just getting your comment here.
Permanezcan sentados hasta
But Pam, I
que
followed
las
you a
puertas
good amount of the time
automáticamente.
when they were building, and it was wonderful. Thanks for making great information or informing us on all things. You are very, very welcome. Thank you for being back here for the anniversary. Hello. Brian B, thank you so much. $5 super chat. Brian B, not going to lie, sometimes it gets a little high for me when you go over the Riviera. Yes, it is the highest point going from Epcot over to the Caribbean beach. Definitely the highest points, down Buena Vista Drive and then over top of the Caribbean beach. And it can't, you know, if you're really afraid of heights, it can be a little intimidating, but in no way is it dangerous or something that you can't do. Because like I said, I'm deathly afraid of heights, and I ride this all the time. It's just getting past that initial, you know, getting up there and doing it. But once you're up in the air, it's so smooth and it's so quiet, it's so peaceful, and you're looking at all the views and you're not paying attention to what's actually occurring. I stood underneath these gondolas so many times, you know, at the Caribbean beach, looking up at them, thinking, oh, I'm scared to death to do this. One day I'm going to have to do this. I've been following it for so long, and everybody's expecting me to ride these, and I was really nervous. And then that first time in Hollywood Studios, like I said, just very, very scared to do it. My daughter is with me, and she's like, just come on, do it. And as soon as we left the station, it went swish, and you feel that initial pull out of the station, and then it's like it's motionless. It's like the gondola is just sort of gliding. It's really such a beautiful experience, and if I can do it, seriously, you guys can really do it.
I love your shirt.
You like that?
Yes, that's awesome.
Happy anniversary!
Thank you. Thank you so much.
1 year.
Love you too.
All right, everybody's still loving the shirt. How many compliments did we get on the shirt today? Seriously. You know, I'm getting a little sweaty here, but so many people compliment this shirt. It is so awesome. Thank you so much, Modeling Disney, for coming up with this awesome, awesome design. Many other cool designs over passporttotheparks.com. If you're watching on YouTube, I think they put them right under the videos too, so you can see all the very, very cool merchandise. Yeah, you can see wearing this shirt, people all the time are like, that's such a cool shirt, I love your shirt. Very, very nostalgic. Like I said, you leave that station, it's a little rumbly when you go over, you know, when you're coming out and you're going over that first set of sheaves there. You know, it gets a little bumpy, and as you go over the sheaves, it just rumbles a little bit because you're actually touching something. But this part right here, I mean, I'm not going to say anything. And it's just still. It's silent. You can hear the wind coming through the windows. But it's so perfectly peaceful up here. See, way in the distance, the Wide World of Sports. That's where they're holding all the NBA games and all the soccer tournaments and everything.
We are now sailing over Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, where every day feels like a Junkanoo celebration.
Modeling Disney to you demand. Seriously, go to modelingdisney.com too. You can see all kinds of cool stuff. Very, very cool guy. You'll get your Disney fix, a lot of original cool stuff that you normally wouldn't see anywhere.
Welcome to the islands of Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. All passengers must disembark at this station. transfers and return service are available. Thank you, and we hope
The
you
Awesome with
enjoy
Autism show.
the
I
most
cried when you and
magical
Cammie
flight on
rode
Earth.
it for the first time because my dad and I rode the gondolas in Disneyland back in the day on a trip, just him and me. You're gonna make me cry telling me that. Yeah, those are just special moments, and I'm glad you can sort of relate that together. You know, those kind of moments with my daughter and my family and things like that, that really does make a huge difference, and you can kind of look back at pictures and things and have those memories.
Until the doors
That's awesome.
automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and watch your step. Thank you for flying with us. Por favor,
Weston Holmes digging on the shirt.
hasta que las puertas se abran automáticamente.
Chris, are you allowed to pull down your mask when you're on the gondola? Yeah, I think you can. There's nobody else in here, and thank you. Hello again. You know, if there's nobody else around you, I think you can pull it down. I leave mine on, just, you know, just to be safe. Yeah, it's kind of like when you go into the Disney parks and you can go into those rest areas. You know, as long as you're sitting and there's no one around you, I think it's not an issue if you're having some sort of a drink as well. Hello. So this clock again used to be over in the Custom House back before they did all the redesigns to the Caribbean Beach. They had the old Custom House that you would check in, and this clock used to sit in the middle of the Custom House, and now they brought it over here and put it in the Skyliner station. So just sort of repurposing a really beautiful clock. Glad they didn't get rid of this because it's amazing. So now that they built the new Old Port Royale, they tore down the Custom House. The Custom House used to sit where the Riviera is, and that clock used to be right in the middle of it. So very, very cool. All right, we're gonna do we'll do Pop Century again, and then we'll come back and we'll do Hollywood Studios. So we'll get a couple rides on each one. Again, these beautiful signs that they have up here.
Supervise children and refrain from smoking in the cabin. Thank you. Para su seguridad.
Hello, just one. Happy 1 year anniversary. Thank you. Hey, Rally Creative Travel, thank you for being here. Welcome. Tim Williams, my parents met my fiance, now wife of 36 years, at Epcot for the day. They fell in love with her there too. They passed on, but every time I enter Epcot, I think of that day. So many great memories. Yeah, isn't that amazing how, you know, one area, especially with Disney, you know, you can relate so many memories that you've had in your life by different experiences that you've had in Disney. You know, standing in front of the castle with your parents, or you know, riding the Skyway with your daughter, or you know, eating a Mickey bar with your brother or your sister, or just anything.
Welcome aboard.
There's
the
that relationship
Disney
that you have with
Skyliner
coming to
at
Disney
Caribbean
and
Beach
having those
Resort.
memories.
Now get ready to travel back in time and enter the animated worlds of Disney.
We're
We are
slowing down
on
here a
our
little
way
bit.
to Disney's Pop Century
And we're
Resort
gonna take a quick
and
little stop.
Disney's Art of Animation Resort.
But that's okay. But yeah, it's amazing. I think that's what people really appreciate about Disney, especially, is those lifelong memories. I mean, I can remember back when I was 5 years old, the things that happened to me here, and the visions that I remember seeing. And I remember standing on the beach at Fort Wilderness and looking across at the Contemporary Resort and thinking to myself, I've never seen anything like this in my life. It's so cool. And I remember it. It's like a painting in my mind. I can see it. And I remember losing my tooth on an ear of corn at the Hoop-Dee-Doo Review, 5 years old, back in the 70s. You know, I remember the trips with my parents. I remember all the trips with my daughter, my wife. I originally asked my wife to marry me at the walking around at the Grand Floridian on the beach there. So yeah, Disney's pretty amazing. Hey, FS Skipper Dad, arriving late. You still arrived though, so that's important. It's good to have you here. Yes, the memories flood back for sure. And every one of you on here could probably give me a Disney memory of your own, which is awesome.
Just ahead and to the right.
Larry Westlake, thanks for doing this. Hope all is well with you. Things are great, Larry. I hope all is well with you as well.
That celebrates the creative magic that goes into crafting Disney animated films, from sketches to reality.
It's crazy. All this parking lot used to be all fenced off, and all the construction equipment used to be here. They were storing the gondolas here.
Played and communicated with each other.
Everything was being done
throughout the 20th
here.
century.
In so many hours, right there, standing right there, getting all kinds of footage, watching these gondolas go by, and just dreaming of that first ride, that first day. And then boom, all of a sudden, here we are. We're 1 year,
Over the
1 year
waters
later.
of Hourglass Lake. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth.
So I don't know if you can hear it, but that wind is really whipping in here now. Somebody was
Ladies
asking,
and gentlemen,
you know, how it
we are
feels
now
in here
arriving
earlier.
at Disney's Pop Century Resort
And the wind is
Disney's
like
Art of
blowing really
Animation
hard through
Resort.
here. It feels amazing.
This concludes your journey. All passengers must disembark at this station. Return service is available. Thank you for flying with us. Bon voyage!
FS Skipper Dad, memories of deciding which e-ticket ride to go on. You are going back some days there.
Please remain
Larry,
seated
great here in
until the
Canada.
doors are
Awesome.
open.
Thank you for being here from
When
Canada.
exiting the cabin, please supervise
Andy and
children
Cheryl, hey,
to
Rob.
collect your belongings and
Sorry, a
watch
little
your
bumpy
step.
coming through.
Thank you for flying with us.
Just got here. You're still doing a great job. Keep them coming as we miss Disney so much. But stay safe, buddy. We sure will. Staying safe is definitely most important. Thank you. Hello. In fact, I'm going to get some hand sanitizer up here. Hello. Thank you. Appreciate that. Happy 1 year anniversary today. See, another compliment on the shirt. I'm gonna put you guys around my neck. You know the drill here. Let me. Oh, don't tell me it's empty. Come on. All right, we're gonna go try the other one on the other side.
We gotta get off there anyway, don't you?
Unless we go off, yeah, you gotta get off there, but then do we ride back over to Riviera?
We decide. I think we'll probably walk around. Okay.
See, I'm telling you, phase 2. Imagine walking right over this bridge, getting on another Skyliner right here, heading down Osceola Parkway, right over to the Animal Kingdom. I think it would be awesome. All right, we'll let these folks get on board, and then we'll grab some sanitizer and get on board ourselves. Hello. Thanks, appreciate it. Cool. Happy anniversary, 1 year today. There's an anniversary sign? Yeah. Where? Okay.
We had it this morning, so hopefully they still got it. I'm pretty sure they take it down.
I didn't even see them. At the Caribbean station? At the hub? Where is it at? I just came from there. Like, do you remember where? Like where?
It was like, yeah, when you get off the line, you get off the line. It was there on the left.
Okay.
Right when you go to the
Hollywood?
the Hollywood one, yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll look for it.
If you don't see it, maybe they moved it, just ask another
I'll ask, yeah,
customer.
okay.
That Xavier mentioned that there was a 1-year anniversary with Dirty Squad.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll be good to take it.
Yeah.
Supervisen a sus niños y absténganse de fumar en la cabina. Gracias.
I didn't notice an anniversary sign. Definitely got to ask about that.
Hi there.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Just one.
All right. Cabin 299.
Thank you.
Step is enter and take the main seat.
$2.99. This was the.
Good day.
Whoa. Lost my footing on that one. $2.99. This is the cabin we rode over before. In fact, we had Stitch right in front of us. The exact same cabin that we rode on the last journey. That is awesome. They must have taken that sign down because I didn't notice it. I'm going to feel pretty stupid if I walk right past it. But heck yeah, I got to get a 1-year anniversary picture.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's
Hey, Tanja.
Century Resort.
Thank you for
and
being here.
Disney's Art of Animation.
From Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
We are on our way to
I know, Tyler, isn't that
Disney's
crazy?
Caribbean
$2.99, same cabin.
with connecting flights to Disney's Hollywood
There's Stitch up there
Studios
causing trouble
and
again.
Epcot International Gateway. We are now gliding over Hourglass Lake.
FS Skipper Dad, I don't know what the odds are of it, but that's
Enjoy the most
that's pretty
magical
amazing.
flight on Earth.
It must have been meant to be because I even let those people go ahead of me, and like everything, the Skyliner gods have spoken, and they said you're going to take the same cabin. Must be my lucky cabin today. So we're definitely, wearing in after the year. The transportation has been running now for a year, and it still runs beautifully. Gets a little noisy going over the sheaves, a little noisier than what it was in the beginning. But other than that, it's just still a very peaceful ride, very beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. This is our final destination. All passengers must disembark.
Hey,
at
Wag
the
DM.
station.
I'll be traveling down from Ohio on Saturday. Can't wait. Be safe from Ohio. That is awesome. I'm from Ohio myself, so have a very, very safe trip. Doug Bottego, thank you so much. $2.99 super chat from Doug. Very much appreciated, my friend. Mark, really enjoyed the relaxing vlogs. Thank you so much. I know I've been doing something a little different, putting up these meditation, sort of relaxing Disney meditation vlogs. Just trying to do something a little different, bring a little peacefulness, something you can throw on in the background, just kind of leave all day at work or go to sleep with. Just really pretty music and beautiful Disney backgrounds, and setting a lot of magic to the video and stuff like that. So check those out. Definitely still doing all this other stuff as well, live streaming and all that great stuff, but I'm just really enjoying doing those kind of videos. So please take a look at them, and hopefully you enjoy them and use them, and just sort of get that beautiful Disney vibe going all day for you. They're literally like, from 2 hours to 8-12 hours long. And you can leave them on all day and just see beautiful Disney sights. Kind of relax and meditate and just have those awesome Disney thoughts. All right, $2.99. Thank you for the beautiful rides. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you. There's Chippendale. Doug, you are very welcome. Thank you for coming along for the ride. Very much appreciated. All right, now let's see. Was there a sign?
Where are we going to make you a full-time status coordinator?
So I was talking to Xavier over at the Pop Century, and they said that you had some sort of a 1-year anniversary sign that was out here earlier.
I heard it was, but it's not. It kept blowing over. So I took it
Oh, kept blowing over? Oh, I wanted to get a picture with it. That's kind of a bummer. Was it cool?
Actually, pretty basic. Like what I was
Pretty
gonna
basic?
say.
Yeah.
It looks like essentially the logo, and it says Happy 1-year anniversary, and that's it.
It's a big day. They should have a big sign. All right, thanks.
For your safety, please remain seated. Supervise children and refrain from smoking in the cabins. Thank you.
Well, I guess there was a sign, but they said it kept blowing over, so it's probably just a little cardboard standee or something like that. Maybe ask one of the managers here. Hello. So little birdie told me that you guys had a 1-year anniversary sign here earlier. Is that still around?
It's backstage.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And I don't know if there's plans on bringing it back out.
Oh, really? That's all right.
I love your shirt.
Isn't that cool? You like that?
Amazing. Yeah.
Well, happy one.
Disneyland. Oh, both cars.
All of it's the evolution.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it, man.
Yeah, I love the
Did you make that
Skyliner.
yourself?
Yeah. Well, a buddy of mine made it, so he designed it. So.
Awesome. Yeah, one, I think you probably already know this, but you can see the Disney style at Disney Springs. They have the middle gondola cabin there.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
No,
So that's
I'll ask them about it. I'm not sure why they took it down. Why they took it down.
Somebody said it kept blowing over, but
It might have.
yeah.
Just picking up a
That's
little
right. I just wanted to get a picture if it was out. So.
I'll tell them that we have people that are interested in taking pictures with us.
All right,
So
cool.
we'll see
Well, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Thanks.
Supervise children and refrain from smoking in the cabins. Thank you. Para su seguridad, por favor, permanezcan sentados. Supervise a sus niños y extiendan su Gracias.
All right, we're gonna jump back onto Hollywood Studios. Doesn't sound like the sign is going to reappear, so we're gonna keep riding the Skyliner. Everybody loving the shirt, man. Best shirt ever. Isn't that cool? Gotten so many compliments. Happy 1-year anniversary, yes. Absolutely.
9,500,000 people have run through here.
1 million, really?
1 year.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yep. You guys have a lovely day.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
You're
you.
welcome, sir. Enjoy your flight.
She said 1,500,000 people have already ridden the Skyliner, so how amazing is that? Disney Lori heard rumors when we were there about opening Epcot until 9 p.m. on the weekends. I did hear that too, that they were going to extend the hours again. I don't think that's a rumor. I think that's true, that that's going to happen. All the parks, I believe, were going to extend their hours, which is good. It'll be nice to see Disney at night again. You don't realize how much you miss Disney at night until there's no Disney at night. It's so beautiful, the transition that they do from daytime to nighttime. And you miss it.
The Disney Skyliner at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. We're flying to Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Resort budgeting, I don't see any of the signs anywhere. They don't have any of the cool signs. They must have had the sign out early this morning, and it probably just kept blowing over like they said, and they took it down, but maybe they'll bring it back out, figure out a way to do that. Disney Master Chief, hello Rob. Wow, 1 year already. Can you believe it? 1 year.
Walt Disney World Resort.
September 29, 2019.
That's about the same size as the city of San Francisco and double the island of Manhattan.
Wishes forever. I was going to finish my thought there. You know, I can understand the parades and the fireworks You know, I can kind of live without that, but just at least having Disney at night, I think would alleviate some of that. Just seeing the lights and just seeing how beautiful it is all lit up at night and stuff. And eventually you can bring back the fireworks and the parades and all that, but just give us some nighttime back, especially if it's going to get into winter time now and it'll start getting darker earlier.
Play with all of Andy's toys. At Disney's Hollywood Studios, everyone can become the stars of their favorite.
Somebody was, Tom Corliss, I think, was talking about it over at WDW News or whatever that is, that they were changing the hours. So I heard a glimpse of it there. Resort budgeting, no, that's the same. They might have changed the wording. I really wasn't paying attention, but I believe it's the same voice that it's been.
Before you walk the red carpet, remember to double-check your FastPass Plus selections using your My Disney Experience mobile app. You can also view your star-studded itinerary at a FastPass Plus kiosk when we arrive.
You know, I'm wondering, somebody said that Resort TV One heard birds the last time, one of the times that they rode over to Hollywood Studios here. And I just heard what was like a squeaky, sort of chirpy sound, and it almost sounded like wind, like a wind whistle. Kind of sounds like a bird chirping in the background a little bit. I'm wondering if that was sort of mistaken, because I have not heard birds anywhere. If that was just like a one-time thing that they were lucky enough to hear. I didn't hear it on their live stream. But I just started thinking about that. I'm like, I wonder if that's the sound they were hearing, because it kind of sounded like bird sounds a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Disney Lorry, much cooler at night as well.
This is our
Absolutely.
final destination. All passengers must disembark at this station. Return service is available. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed the most magical flight on Earth.
Hey MBN, welcome, hello to you. 1 year anniversary for the Skyliner.
Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and watch your step. Thank you for flying with us.
Por favor, permanezcan sentados hasta que las puertas se abran automáticamente. Al salir de la cabina,
Just so many great memories just kind of come flooding back. It's been a year, but it literally just seems like yesterday. Coming back in from that first ride, coming back to Hollywood Studios, just sort of recreating that first day. Thank you. Thank you. What an awesome, awesome experience. And again, thank you, Disney, so much for bringing this amazing system to us. You know, something completely new, something completely original. And you know, a lot of people were like, oh, I don't know how it's going to work out and all this and all that, but a year later, here we are. It's a beautiful mode of transportation. It's fast, it's comfortable, it's fun. It's entertaining. It gives you views that you've never ever seen before. Everything that Disney wanted to market it as, you know, I think they nailed it. You know, I'm not just saying it because, you know, I love Disney so much, and I you know, landed up loving the Skyliner, following it so much. It's just genuinely a good experience. It's genuinely a fun experience. And again, like I said in the beginning of the video, it's become the Disney landscape. It's become part of your Disney trip now. Like I said, you come here and you're like, I gotta ride the monorail. I gotta ride a Disney boat. Now it's, I gotta ride the Skyliner. It is Disney. It's here, and hopefully there's definitely gonna be more to come. Because I love it for sure.
Thank you for your understanding and cooperation.
But yeah, this was pretty amazing. I'm going to take the opportunity while I get it now. The sun has gone behind some of these little bit of rain clouds that are coming in. It's usually about this time that we'll start getting some rain coming in, so I think we just beat it. They may land up shutting the Skyliner down for a little bit. If they get a little bit of thunder and lightning, those kind of things, they will shut it down for a bit, but it doesn't stay shut down for long. You can see it behind me there. Sorry, I'm looking up there. This was a lot of fun. Happy 1 year anniversary. Thank you again, Disney. This was such an amazing experience, and you guys did a great job. We'll see you next year. Well, I'll see you well before next year, but I'd like to do this annually for sure. Come back for the 2nd anniversary in 10 years and 20 years down the road. Keep doing this so we can all enjoy it and just have an amazing time. Again, thank you so much for all the super chats. Very generous today, guys. That was amazing of you. Very much appreciated. And so many compliments on the shirt for sure. Modeling Disney, thank you for designing the shirt. And please go passporttotheparks.com. You can see these shirts over there. And you will be the talk of the town, trust me. You saw how many compliments I got on the shirt today. People love it. So enjoy that. I hope you do. And we'll give you one last shot here. You guys don't want to look at me. That'll be our closing shot for today. So many years of watching this happen, and now we're here 1 year later, and it's nostalgic. And I'm glad you guys were able to hear. And I'm just going to stop talking because I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. All right, love the Skyliner, love all you guys, and we'll talk to you very soon. Bye bye.